Hello, in this video we will discuss what is syslog. Guys, syslog stands for system logs. System logs are the logs or messages that you can see on the system when you are accessing that particular system. So whenever we access any router or switch through CLI, we always see some logs generating by the device. For example, whenever you no shut any interface, device will generate a log. Yes, this interface is up now. So I am talking about the same message. That message is called system log. Guys, now the first concept is why these logs are important. These logs are telling us about the activities that are going on the device. So if you ask me, Piyush, are they so important for the network? Yes, in every real-time production network, we have a syslog server that is set up for all the devices where we are collecting logs from on timely basis. And in those networks, we also synchronize NTP so that we got the accurate logs, you can say. First of all, let's say this is a system and this is your end device. Router, switch, firewall, it can be any device. I'm accessing this device through console port. So here I have the CLI of the device, and first thing, device will send logs to console lines. So you will be able to see the logs. But if you are a user and you are, for example, it can be router, it can be switch, it can be ASA, and you are remotely accessing the device. Remotely means you are trying to telnet or SSH. In that case, on your CLI, you will never see the logs. It means it depends how we are accessing the device, such that we will see the logs or not. So if we are accessing the device through console port, we will see the logs. But if we are accessing the device remotely, we will not see the logs by default. We can change this behavior. But here we are talking about the default settings. So if you want to view logs remotely also, you can enable them according to your requirement. Next, if I talk about collecting the logs, see, I am getting the logs on my CLI, and after some time, those logs will vanish. So I need some space where I can save those logs. So we can save the logs either on the device itself, or we can save the logs on an external server. Now the question is, why we are not saving it on the device, why we are saving it on the external server? Guys, device has a very limited amount of memory, and we call that particular feature internal buffering. But we can save logs on an external server, and we name that server syslog server. So here, to send logs from your network device to the syslog server, we need a transport. So syslog itself is the transport. Syslog itself is the name of the protocol. It is a UDP based protocol which will use port number 514, with the help of which device will send all the log information to the server, to the external server, where you don't have any memory problem, where you can save your logs for a longer run. Now next question is how a log looks like. So I have a format of a log. So this is how a log looks like. So first of all, I will be having timestamp. After that, my log is having facility. Facility means to which particular module that logs belongs. For example, facility is dual. It means log belongs to protocol EIGRP. For example, facility is link. It means log belongs to the interface. So something like that. As you keep on practicing, you will get familiar. After that, we have severity level. What do you mean by severity level? Severity level will define how important the log is. So we have severity level, 8 severities on Cisco IOS from 0 to 7. We will discuss them. And after that, we have mnemonic. Mnemonic means what has happened in this particular facility. Fine. And after that, we have description. This part is called description. So these things will make more sense when you practice them. When you see more logs, then logs will make more sense to you. Now let's discuss about different severities. So like you can see, I have some examples of logs also, and I have different severity levels. So first of all, these severities are defined by system. So this is already predefined that for which particular function, which severity level logs will be generated by the system. We cannot change them. We can understand them. So we have severities from 0 to 7. So this is most critical and this is least critical. So severity level 0 is called emergency, severity level 1 is called alert, 2 is called critical, then we have error, warning, notice, informational, and at last we have debugs. So if you can see a log, first of all we have date and time, then log is related to system, severity is 0, mnemonic is also system, and it is saying that line card received system exception, module needs troubleshooting or tag assistance. So it is saying the interfaces available on the device are no more working, or there is some problem with the line card, so you have to resolve it. So this is under which category? Emergency. Next we have a severity level 1 log which is saying this particular interface link is flapping 5 times per minute. So this is again alert. Alert means we should take some action because this condition is happening again and again. Emergency means something is no more usable, you can say, or you can say unusable. After that we have critical condition. So like memory allocation problem. So whenever you have memory allocation problem on the device, severity level used by the device will be 2. After that we have error condition. So it is saying that some module which is present on the device is failed. So because that module failed, device is generating a log with severity level 3, and severity level 3 is called error. So like this we have severity level 4, we have severity level 5, 6, 7. So different severities we have and different modules we have and different logs device will be generating. So guys, in this video we have discussed what is syslog, what are the different severity levels, and in which case you will be able to see the logs, how many ways are there to collect the logs, all those things. Thank you.